How is it like in America? Blake Masters blames gun violence on, quote, black people, frankly. The Arizona Senate candidate has a unique theory about why there's a gun violence problem in the United States. Tech investor and Arizona Republican Senate hopeful Blake Master acknowledges the United States has a gun violence problem, but he has a theory about why there's a problem. It's black people, frankly. It's people in Chicago, St. Louis shooting each other. Very often, black people, frankly. And the Democrats don't want to do anything about that. Obviously, he's fucking insane. The blatant, batshit racism. And these people will not, if you say, hey man, that sounds pretty goddamn racist. I think gangs exist for more reason than just black people. I think gang violence is an example of despair, of a collapse of a society, of a lack of opportunity, where criminal behavior is only some people's way of achieving a modicum of respect or economic security. It's worth the risk.
CBS News has obtained a letter from an attorney representing the family of one of the children killed in Uvalde, Texas. The family of 10-year-old Amory Jo Garza is demanding the manufacturer of the gun used in the school shooting provide information about its marketing techniques. They're also requesting any previous communications Daniel Defense had with the gunman. CBS News
California
reached out.
has the strictest gun laws in the U.S. and the seventh in the number of gun deaths. Does Nevada? Does Arizona? Does Utah? How strict are their guns? People bring guns directly over the fucking... They drive. There's no border controls in California. Jesus.
Out to the company for comment on the letter, but we have not heard back. One ad was posted to the company's Twitter page on the
I'm eating unseasoned rice and chicken, Mike. Does that trigger you? Oh, it just makes me profoundly sad for you that your food sucks. It's like one of the most important things in experience in life. Damn. Get some fucking spices, bro.
Gunman's 18th birthday.
Look at this shit. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. This is the rifle that was used in the Uvalde shooting. This is the company that sold it. They're giving it to a literal child in their ad. This is more grooming than anything I've ever seen. This is fucking groomer.
He purchased the gun used in the massacre at Robb Elementary School 8 days later. For more on this, let's bring in Mary Engel. She's the Executive Vice President of Policy for BBB National Programs, which works to promote industry best practices in advertising, marketing, and data privacy. Mary, thanks very much for being with us. One of the attorneys representing the family of Amory Jo Garza led the case over the Sandy Hook shooting in Connecticut, which resulted in a multi-million-dollar settlement by gunmaker Remington back in February. What does that potentially mean for gun manufacturers and their marketing techniques moving forward?
Well, I think in the Sandy Hook family case, the families were able to use the Connecticut Deceptive and Unfair Practices Act as allegations that the kind of marketing that Remington had engaged in violated that particular state statute. So, and as you mentioned, it resulted in the settlement. So a court didn't decide the case, but I'm sure that provides a potential avenue for other families to pursue.
Well, Daniel Defense is one of the first gun manufacturers to utilize what some say is an aggressive direct-to-consumer business approach, including some ads that feature children, young children with guns. How can this type of advertising be regulated?
So the Federal Trade Commission is the primary regulator of advertising in the U.S. I worked there for 30 years, so I know, their authority really is to pursue advertising that is deceptive, meaning it's false or misleading in some way, or it's unfair, which is a particular legal test that is a kind of a type of cost-benefit test. The FTC doesn't have the authority to take action against ads because they're offensive or even inappropriate in some way. And of course, the FTC is bound by the First Amendment as well. So it has certain limitations on its ability to take action.
Can you talk about that a bit more? What impact does the First Amendment have on the Federal Trade Commission's ability to restrict this type of advertising?
So false or misleading advertising is not protected by the First Amendment. But if it's truthful, then it is. And that means that ads that are truthful are protected, and unless they fall into the category of unfair, which is a very difficult category. So it really restricts the ability of the commission to pursue advertising just because it seems outrageous or really offensive.
Hey, Alt Dirt.
All right, Mary Engel. Mary, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, hopefully the lawyers can get some amount of compensation back. All right, a chatter made this song, so let's take a listen. For their Joyful Childcare Workers Union.
We are the caretakers of early learning. We are the caretakers of early learning. And all these sudden changes are concerning. And all these sudden changes are concerning. So we have come together to form a union. So we have come together to form a union. To hash it out with calm and
Did you see Hasan on YDSA earlier this week? No, I didn't. If you want to share that link, that's cool, in the Discord.
We know that union busting is
Disgusting.
We know that union busting
This is beautiful,
disgusting.
honestly.
And that the best solutions need discussed. And that the best solutions need discussed. We're safe and friendly workers as we're able. We're safe and friendly.
There's a link, chat, if you want it.
Workers as we're able. And we just want our say heard at the table. And we just want our say heard at the table. Be safe, be friendly. Be a union worker. Be safe, be friendly. Be a union worker.
Very cute. You guys did it. Very nice. Very nice. All right, we have the link. I liked it. All right, hold on. This action is turned off for content made for I can't save it? Okay. Okay. I don't know why. It's not letting me. That very much slapped. That was very sweet. Congratulations, chatter. Congratulations, chatter. That was very, very, very sweet. Looks like Dextero, which is like a streaming news site, clipped me. Oh no. It's broadcasting, or is it the British Broadcast Corporation? Is it Broadcasting Corporation or Broadcast? I can't remember. BBC meaning. Oh shit. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh fuck. Oh Jesus. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh god. It's broadcasting, or is it the British? Okay. Okay, dude. Okay, dude. You know, it's fine. It's all right. It's okay. As you can see, my computer knows that if I type BBC, I mean British Broadcasting Corporation. Why? What does your Google do when you type BBC? What results does Google give you? You porn sick motherfuckers. All right. All right. That's some good shit. And we got a bunch of other great content.
Commentator who
all right, let's watch this on
his audiences on Twitch, an online streaming platform. He joins us now from his home in West Hollywood. Hasan, thanks for joining us. Would you agree there seems to be real momentum now to get change?
There's always been real momentum to try to enact some kind of...
I will say this. I'm realizing that I should definitely not have my microphone. Like I've been doing this lately where it's like microphone's in my face. Having it off to the side is better. It's better that you could like see your face and it's not blocked by the mic. You gotta have like it offset a little bit. He had to move the poster of the Queen so it was in good visibility.
Change with regards to gun violence in this country, but unfortunately, I'm a little bit more pessimistic than you guys over there, considering that the gun manufacturers are unfortunately too powerful of an industry, and the gun lobby is incredibly powerful with their lobbying efforts. So we'll see. I'm not holding my breath, though.
Yeah, we've heard from Mitch McConnell, who seems to have changed his tune a little bit in terms of the Republicans. Do you think there is an appetite among Republicans now for more gun control?
So, okay, I don't know what Hasan says here, but I'm going to tell you, I don't know that I've actually said this out loud on the stream in a sentence, but I'll explain it to you. Republicans pretended to be in favor of considering gun control or gun reform measures while the shooting was fresh. They did so that Democrats would say, we will work with rational Republicans across the aisle, because they know that that's Democrats' fucking erogenous zone, is finding a Republican to work with. The purpose of that was to basically suck all the air out of the room so that there would be no momentum for gun control. The only way we'll ever get any meaningful gun regulation is if the Democrats do it alone. And they do it quickly after another mass shooting incident, when it's fresh in people's minds. The purpose of saying that was to get the Democrats to shut up and slow down so that we could spend the next couple weeks before the Uvalde shooting starts to recede in our memory, which it's already doing. That was the purpose.
I wouldn't say more gun control, or at least adequate common sense gun safety measures, but instead they'll probably misdirect and focus on, I don't know, maybe offering minor concessions for things that many other comparable OECD nations have been taking for granted, like...
This is the message that went to all House Republicans on gun reform. Republican leadership just sent out a notice telling all House Republicans to vote against common sense gun safety bills tonight because the NRA opposes them. They told them all to refer to the Protect Our Kids Act as the Unconstitutional Gun Restrictions Act. Screenshots of the orders to Republicans for party leadership. Good afternoon. Tonight, the whip team will be talking to your boss during the first and only vote series approximately regarding the 2 gun packages on the floor this week. The Unconstitutional Gun Restrictions Act and the Federal Extreme Risk Protection Order Act. Groups opposed: Gun Owners of America, key vote no. Heritage Action for America, key vote no. NRA, ILA, key vote no. So what does that mean? A key vote is a vote that an organization, an interest group, will be using to give you their legislative scorecard. Typically, these organizations have like this is true of any, so the AFL-CIO has key votes, the Sierra Club has key votes, the NRA has key votes. So if you vote against or for a bill that they don't want you to vote for, or vice versa, you will get massively dinged in their legislative lobbying in the future. You won't get as much money from them. They're going to send out to their members and contributors that this politician opposes them. It's basically declaring war on anyone who votes for this. And if you don't know what Heritage Action is, Heritage Foundation is one of the key right-wing think tanks in America. It's kind of like determines whether or not you're considered conservative or not. And then GOA and NRA are both massive, they're the gun lobby. Gun Owners of America is insane. Like beyond insane.
Mental evaluations, character, any kind of control that allows you to basically speak for your character and allows you to demonstrate competence with a weapon is impossible to push for here in this country.
And Hasan, you broadcast to hundreds of thousands of people every day. You interact with your fans and your audience. What have they been saying on this issue?
I mean, a lot of people on the ground, like real people, are, of course, traumatized by the senseless violence that they see almost on a daily basis here. But
is that how you end up with a DF or whatever rating from the NRA? Exactly. The GRA is for people who think the NRA is too liberal and cucked. Exactly. It's actually the GAO, the Gun Owners of America.
People want in America and what the politicians are going to end up doing are two very different things. For the past, I would say, decade, if not longer, there has been almost a complete consensus on expanding background checks in this country to universal background checks and closing up certain loopholes like the gun show loophole or private sales. That polls around 90%. I think by latest measures is around like 85%, if I'm not mistaken. And yet this is not even this is a non-starter by the Republican Party. They don't even consider it to be a conversation. 75% of the NRA members actually want this kind of adequate legislation, and yet it's not something that the Republican Party is interested in pushing for. And I believe that is a obviously multifaceted problem. Part of it is because of our gun culture, and part of it is because the gun lobby uses that as a very effective tool to mobilize single-issue voters.
Hey, Marvelous Loco, thanks for the tier 1.
They always go out to the polls, and they always vote on behalf of, gun loosening up gun restrictions.
You mentioned the NRA a few times. What kind of role do they play, and is their influence as powerful as it has been over the past few decades?
Well, I thought that they were supposed to go bankrupt because they tried to get into the media business, which is treacherous. But it does seem to be still incredibly powerful. One, because they're backed by a very powerful small arms manufacturing industry, but also very powerful because, like I mentioned already, there are a lot of Americans who associate their commodity consumption with their identity. They basically, it sounds weird to explain, but they basically feel like the gun is very much a part of their identity. I mean, you've seen politicians campaign on it. Gods, guns, and babies was a campaign slogan that only recently was mentioned in the midterms and in the primaries. So this is very much like
his shirt is. This is what I would call BBC drip. Like if somebody said, "Mike, you're going on the BBC," I'd be like, "Give me the shirt where there is a bear hugging a giant strawberry." All right, give me the shirt. And by the way, he's not. He's wrong. It's God, Jesus, and babies. I believe it's Jesus. Guns and babies, okay? Not God, guns and babies. Jesus, guns and babies. Fact checked. Whoosh, whoosh. Fact checked.
Fundamental American value, and the right wing and also the gun manufacturers have been able to effectively weaponize this identity as a political identity and can organize around it. So it's a little bit more complicated than just simply saying the NRA is individually powerful. I think the NRA drives its power from being able to effectively weaponize that base of pre-existing support for guns.
Yeah, it's a partisan
and being able
issue.
to purchase guns.
Yeah, it's obviously a very complicated issue too. Hasan Piker, that's all we've got time for. Thank you very much indeed for joining us on the program.
Thank you for having me.
Incredible. Hasan is going on the BBC. He's stepping up into another strata. He's stepping up into another strata of being brought onto regular television.
Well, with us now is Hasan.
But of course it's going to happen through foreign fucking media first, because America hates leftists. So MSNBC, imagine you're MSNBC and your primetime viewership is not that much different than Hasan. Instead of going like, we should probably try to go after some of those viewers on Hasan's show. No. Fuck that. We don't want no leftists watching MSNBC. The BBC will, though. He says that he gets those kind of offers all the time but declines them, but due to them letting him do it while he's live, he said he's going to accept those kinds of offers more. Obviously, he should be going on. What? He took the BBC like a homophobia and racism and Pride Month. Never thought I'd see it. The Brits never see this. Oi, bruv, it's Tuesday. In it, impersonations, he'll be canceled immediately. Oh, fuck. Good point. He took on the BBC. Jesus Christ. Are you 5? Are you 5? Are you watching the stream unsubbed? You're making income inequality worse. You are doing anti-praxis. We are the only Twitch stream that will not accept scam advertisers, and I will never fuck you over by selling you crap.